Hello, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Success Journey with Rosy, to today's episode of Success Journey with Rosy, captioned Fabulous Friday. Today is episode 3. Episode 3, Fabulous Friday. My name is Rosy Ulako Ike. I'm a beauty buzz. I'm a director with a beauty company. I'd like to introduce myself as the ex-banker that was handling other people's money for 9 good years and didn't have the adequate knowledge on how to handle her own money until I started my beauty business 2.5 years ago, and this exposed me to my personal development journey. Hi, Mrs. Fabulous Ezurike. I'm so glad to see you watching me live. Please, if you're watching me live, let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know the city where you're watching me from, and I'll give you a shout out. Today's one is coming a bit early because I'm going out for some things that I need to do today. I'm really going to be very busy today. So I said, instead of missing this out entirely, I have to do this before I go out. Hi, Uchechi Okoronkwo. Thank you for watching me live. Please let me know where you're watching me from, and I'll give you a shout out. If you watch me online for the first time today, please comment new, and I'll give you a shout out. If you watch this as a replay, comment replay, and I'll give you a shout out. If you know someone who might benefit from this, please feel free to share it, and as you share it, comment shared, and I will give you a shout out. Endless gifts. Thank you for watching me live. Please let me know where you're watching me from, and I'll give you a shout out. So I said I started a beauty business 2.5 years ago that exposed me to my personal development journey, and I have been on this personal development journey for 2 years and now, and it has changed the game. So I have been on a book reviewing this book, Secret of the Millionaire Mindset, Secret of the Millionaire Mind, written by T. Harv Eker. So we have been discussing the various ways that the rich think differently from the poor. We handled episode 1 on Monday. That was Money Mindset with Rosy on Monday. We handled episode 2 on Wednesday. That was Wealthy Wednesday with Rosy. And today's zone is Fabulous Friday. I'll be dropping the link for the 2 previous videos in the comment section after this live section, so that you can check it out in case you have not been following it. So today we are going to talk about the next 3 ways that the rich think differently from the poor. The next 3 ways. We're talking about the Wealth File 4, the Wealth File 5, and the Wealth File 6. So the first one today is that the rich think big while the poor think small. The rich think big while the poor think small. If you check even within history, you will see that many people wish to be rich, but they don't get rich because they keep thinking small. And because they are thinking small, they play small. And because they are playing small, what happens? They remain broke and unfulfilled. But the rich man goes out there and he plays big. He thinks big and he plays big. Many people that think small out of fear, feelings of unworthiness, they feel that they don't deserve to change the world. They don't have what it takes. So they remain small. Example, someone might have maybe an office or a shop in a city. And because that person is playing small, my lightning is not so bright. I apologize for that. So because that person is playing small, the person does not think that that shop can actually expand and reach other cities or even outside the country. So the person stays in that his small shop because he is not thinking big and he is not playing big. Because he's comfortable, what he has is feeding him feeding his family, and he is okay. So he doesn't think big. And he doesn't know that when he has more in his hands, he will be able to affect more people. So he remains small because he doesn't think big. But the truth is that each and every one of us that God created, there are gifts that he packaged in us. And God wants us to use those gifts and serve the world. And have said that the people that are happy in this life are people that are actually using their potentials to affect the world. The people that are actually tapping into the potentials that God deposited in them. But you see that many people tiptoe through life. They are afraid. Many people, what they want is just job security. Meanwhile, there are things that God has deposited in them. And there is no one that God has created on this earth that came empty. All of us, because there are things that you are naturally good at, which another person may not be able to do. What does God expect from you? God expects you to go out, use that thing that he has given you, those gifts that he has deposited in you, and affect the world. But many times, because we are focusing on ourselves, we are focusing on me alone. We don't know that life is not about you. Life is about you using the gifts that God has deposited in you to affect the world. So when we begin to think like that, we will not feel that by remaining small, we are being righteous. I have said there's nothing holy about playing small, because the world is filled with people that are playing small. The world needs people that will play big, people that would stop hiding and start stepping out, people that will want to use the gifts that God has deposited in them, people that will not be afraid that your boss will sack you because you are trying to develop your gifts, because it is actually because you do not have that awareness. Hello, Barbara. Thank you for watching me live. Please let me know where you're watching me from, and I'll give you a shout out. So you find out that in some companies and offices, some people get threatened by their bosses. Their bosses threaten them and say, I will sack you. And you see those people, they become afraid because they don't know that they can actually develop the gifts that God has deposited in them. So as a result of that, they remain small, they keep playing small, and they remain broke and unfulfilled. But inside each and every one of us are gifts that God has deposited, and all he wants us to do is to use those gifts. And as we are using the gifts, you will see that the world will open for you. You will see that you will attract opportunities. You will attract both human resources and financial resources that will help you to achieve your gift. So that is number one way that the rich differ from the poor. The rich man play big while the poor man play small. The rich man think big while the poor man thinks small. So that is the first way. Then the second wealth file we are treating today is the one that is called that the rich focus on opportunities while the poor man focuses on obstacles. When you present any idea to a rich man, he looks at that idea, he considers the opportunities in it. But when you present that same idea to a poor man, first of all, the poor man is only seeing the things that can go wrong. That is all he is seeing. He is only seeing the things that can go wrong. So because he is seeing the things that can go wrong, he expects to fail. But the rich man expects to succeed. And because he expects to succeed, what happens? He succeeds. The rich man, because he's expecting to succeed, he succeeds. While the poor man, because he's expecting to fail, he fails. So have said that the rich focus on reward, while the poor man focuses on risk. The rich sees potential, they see potential growth, while the poor man sees potential losses. So because of that, what happens? Because the poor man is seeing potential losses, he keeps asking the question, what if it doesn't work out? What if this doesn't work out? But the rich man says, it will work out because I will make it work. The rich man knows that he has a part to play for that thing to work. But the poor man expects that it will not work, that it might not work. And because he's expecting that it might not work, because he's expecting that it might not work, it ends up not working. So that is the second way that the rich differs from the poor. Then the third way that the rich differ from the poor is that the rich people bless and admire other rich and successful people, while the poor man resents other rich and successful people. It's okay, sorry about that. Sorry. So the rich man admires other rich and successful people, while the poor man resents other rich and successful people, because the poor person feels that these rich people, they have taken all the money, leaving no one for me. So because they have taken all the money, I do not have anyone again, not knowing that life is actually not like that. So because the poor man despises the rich, he does not attract what they have. Hello, Favor Wibe, thank you for watching me live. Please let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know if you can hear me, please, and I'll give you a shout out. So, while the poor man is busy hating other people that are rich and successful, the rich man, when he sees another person that is rich or successful, what does he do? He admires that person. He blesses that person, because he knows that when he is admiring the gift in that person, what he is indirectly doing is that he is attracting those gifts. He's attracting those qualities. So that is another area that the rich differ from the poor. So Half told a story. He said, I told us before, he said he has been on the three sides. He has been very broke in his life. He has been just comfortable, and he is now very rich. He said that before he became very rich, he used to drive one tiny car that wasn't looking so good, and it's not taking him anything. If he wants to overtake anyone on the road, people will give him chance, he will overtake and all that. And then when he became a very rich man, he bought a very big Jaguar. He bought that Jeep. So he said that he noticed that each time there's this particular street that is filled with people that are not really doing well to do. So when he goes there, people will be throwing stones at him, calling him, "You foolish rich man." So he started thinking, why are these people behaving like this? Out of ignorance, the poor man hates the rich man, feeling that this rich man, you have this car to yourself, right? This car that's maybe 10 people or 100 people, we could have used the money that you used to buy this car to feed 100 people. And that is what only you are using. So they hate the person. What do they do? They despise the person. So because he's hating the person, because he's despising that person, what happens? He doesn't attract that thing to himself. So this is where we're going to wrap this up for today. I mentioned that I will be doing this very fast because I have another occasion I'm going for. Sorry for all the distractions. Please let me know if you find value in this. If you find value, please drop value for me in the comment section and I'll give you a shout out. I hope you have been able to pick one or two things from today's episode. If you find value in this, please join me again on Monday on Money Mindset Monday with Rosy, and it's going to be a power-packed session. Thank you so much and do have a beautiful day. Bye.